I am finally getting rid of my Amazon Fire Stick. Now, don't get me wrong, the Fire Stick is a great starting option for a streaming device. But over the years, I've grown to learn that a lot of the UI is nothing but clutter and random advertisements. But there's a lot of things I like about the Fire Stick. For example, the UI is very simple and beginner friendly. There's not much of a learning curve. But I think my most favorite thing about the Fire Stick has to be the remote. It's very simple, there's no button clutter, and it's built really well. But a good remote isn't a deal breaker. So this is when I came across the Google Chromecast with Android TV. Now, this is a Chromecast with Full HD. There's also an option for 4K if your TV or whatever device that you'll be using it with can support it. In my case, my projector doesn't, so HD will suffice. Now, the box is fairly simple, very minimalistic. Some of the platforms listed that this device supports. And, let's go ahead and open this up. So, first impressions, everything shouts minimalism about this. Nothing too much, not too heavy with text, not too heavy with advertisements, everything kept in a very orderly fashion. The Chromecast on the left, the remote on the right, and some Google instruction manual, and the cable. Now, I gotta tell you, it feels very good in the hands. It's got this weight to it that I can tell it's a very high quality cable. And this is just a generic power plug. With some AAA batteries, and let's take this out. Wow, it's really jammed in there. So I'm trying to not break the box. It's just something that I like to do when I'm unboxing things, but let's see. Alright, finally. Yeah, so not bad. It's just a generic power plug. Nothing too fancy. Alright, let's get everything centered up. And the cable, the plug, standard stuff. But these are the star of the show. And let's start with unboxing the Chromecast. Okay. Nothing else in the box. Like I said, very minimalistic. And I gotta tell you, I'm gonna try to best explain how this feels. It's like a cloth, and I'm a big fan of it. Better than random plastic. And this is the Chromecast. Sort of this hanging design. If you have constricted space, unlike the Fire Stick, this could just bend on its own. I would have liked it better if you could just, take this out of its cord thingy. Not a lot of us are dealing with the constricted space thing, so, but it is what it is. And the remote feels good in the hands. Very simple again, similar to the Fire Stick, but I still believe the placement of the buttons in the Fire Stick makes more sense. But it's good. It feels good. The buttons have a very soft click to them, and let's get those batteries in, and we'll take it from there. Alrighty. So the light's on instantly. And I wonder if it's gonna stay on or... Okay, it looks pretty good. Alright, so this is gonna be the setup process. And I gotta tell you, the setup is very simple. Just follow it with your Google Home app. As soon as you open the app, you're gonna be greeted with this prompt of a new device, which is the Google Chromecast. Just, follow it from there, and it's gonna take a while. Now, I did cut this quite a bit because the whole setup process took me about 13 minutes, including the updates, and it restarts quite many times, the remote and whatnot. So yeah, so I'm gonna cut it for time. So once you've completed the setup, this is how you're going to be greeted. This is the home screen of the Google Chromecast with Android TV, very minimalistic, very responsive. And the selling point for me is the continue watching section here. The Fire Stick has that section too, but the difference is that the Fire Stick only shows you the content that you're watching from Amazon Prime and nothing else. Netflix or whatever other app that you may be using, Disney Plus, you have to open the app and then you're gonna find what you're watching. But that's not the case with Google Chromecast, because the continue watching section here will give you absolutely everything. All your apps, Netflix, YouTube, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, Crave TV, or whatever it may be. It's all going to show you very cohesively under that one continue watching section. And for me, that is a deal breaker because it just makes so much more sense. Tab for movies, another for shows, apps, library. You can find all the apps you want. You can search them. And, that's what I'm talking about. It's so responsive. It makes so much more sense. And that's it. That's the Google Chromecast with Android TV. Thank you so much for watching. And again, if you thought this was helpful in any way, do like and subscribe. Helps me out a lot. And take care, guys.